This video is not about race, it's not about legal immigrants, and it's not about people who follow the law. This is about policy, enforcement, and a system that keeps acting surprised by outcomes it helped create. Only in Minnesota, where this somehow makes sense. How enforcement works in theory. In Minnesota, local and state authorities are generally prohibited from holding someone solely on an ICE detainer unless there's a judicial warrant. That means U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement can issue a warning, but local agencies can legally decline to act on it. So enforcement exists. It's just optional. Case pattern. Number 1, detainer ignored. In multiple Minnesota cases, individuals arrested for violent or repeat offenses were flagged by ICE. A detainer was issued, a formal request asking that the individual be transferred to federal custody. Instead, once bail was posted or charges were resolved, the individual was released back into the community, sometimes quietly, sometimes with a press release later explaining why nothing could be done. Case pattern number 2, the repeat loop, arrest, release, rearrest, same individual, same system. ICE detainers were already on file, but without mandatory cooperation, enforcement turns into a suggestion, not a safeguard. The system works efficiently, just not for public safety. Courts' policy and shrugging. Minnesota courts have ruled that holding someone solely on an ICE detainer without a warrant violates constitutional protections. That legal interpretation now acts as a shield, not just against unlawful detention, but against accountability. Everyone points to policy. Nobody points to outcomes. What this is not an argument against immigration. It's not a claim that all immigrants commit crimes. And it's not an attack on communities. It's a discussion about specific offenders, documented warnings, and decisions that made bad outcomes predictable. Ignoring patterns doesn't make them disappear. It just delays the next headline. Minnesota Logic Meter. Known offender, ICE warning issued, release approved anyway. Result, completely preventable. This isn't compassion, it's policy failure. If this makes sense to you, explain it. If it doesn't, you're not alone. Subscribe for Only in Minnesota. Episode 2, Courts, Releases, and Consequences.